Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, sorry. What a bit of a rough start for today. Oh, geez, I'm looking all dark and stuff today, I must say. I hope you guys are having a beautiful time out there. I'll be getting onto the chats just now. Now I'm looking all beautiful and sexy now in the light. All right, I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful evening. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just trying to get into the chat right here. A beautiful Formula One today, the sprint race. Bit of a lekker one to say, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so it should be pretty awesome. The regular, ladies and gentlemen, the regular reminder. Please do, guys, boys and girls, please do bring on beautiful, beautiful snacks and drinks. I've got my drink right here, and the guys are about to start the quali session. So, yeah, everything should be pretty much awesome. And just really waiting on these guys to really crank it up on the quali session. So, let me get my beautiful keyboard here. I hope you guys are having a good day, hey? Good days. Good days only today. Should be good days. Nothing too big. They've been waiting for a person out there on the lobby, but everything should be pretty awesome. It is quite an interesting lobby that we're going to have here today. We do have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 drivers today. Interesting race. You finish, you get the points. But hey, hope you guys are having a beautiful evening. Let me get on to the YouTube chats just now quickly, before I miss out on your awesome chats. I'll let you know as soon as I see it. All right? Should be awesome. Whee! Ah! Oh dear. Okay, just putting up this beautiful laptop of mine so I can see the chat. Right, so it's a bit of an interesting day today. We are on the beautiful Temple of Speed, ladies and gentlemen. You know what happens. You know what happens. You know, it's just all about that first corner, first lap, trying to keep it all nice and friendly, to put it in such a way to keep things all goodio. Now I can see the YouTube chat right there, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful time out there. Let's go! Dane, welcome to the chat right there, Dane. I hope you guys are having a beautiful evening, and make sure you have all of your snacks ready to rumble for today, because you do not want to miss out on the action. I got my water to keep the smoothing voice going. With all the action that we're going to be getting today, there'll be a lot of screaming, a lot of oohs, a lot of ahs, a little bit of fun out there on the chat also at the same time. You know the usual. It's always going to be one heck of a beautiful time out here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a beautiful evening, okay? This is like what? The third time I'm saying this. You know, just emphasizing that you should have a beautiful evening, because we are here with the Acoria eSport League, and yes. I do enjoy the racing that we get on here. Right, so I just wonder what is going on right now with the start of this race. If we're starting or not, ladies and gentlemen, let me just have a quick squeeze and look if we are starting the race, because they're still waiting in the lobby. They're still waiting in the lobby. They're still waiting in the lobby, so yeah, but it's... Alright, so it seems like there might be a bit of an issue with the lobby, if I'm not mistaken. There might be a bit of an issue. Or not. I just heard a bit of a ping. Alright, so, okay, so, well, you know, it's one of those. Today is pretty much the first time we actually ever started a tiny bit late for the race today. Right, so let's have a quick look at this right now, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a few familiar faces that have just joined into this today's race. We do have Mighty Gogs and DTA. You most probably remember them from the beginning of the season. But yes, at the same time, Ranger couldn't come through today as he does have a league race on the Call of Duty side. But hey, this is Formula 1 2020. Our beautiful, exciting race that we're going to be having here on the Monza track at the Temple of Speed. Yes, it is. It is going to be one of those, I must say. One of those. As you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just getting all my telemetry going. And, let's get them fitted tires on. And I think this should be pretty good. So it is a bit of a not so lacquer timeouts on the skies out there on this beautiful Monza track. We do have a few drivers already kicking it out there. But yes, let's do this, chat. Let's do this. Let me know who are you rooting for today in the chats right there. Or should I say, who are you, pardon me, supporting on the chats right there. I know a lot of drivers have a lot of supporters out there, so let's get it going. Please do say it. Please do introduce it to us to say, hey guys, I am supporting so and so, and definitely we're gonna have a lot of fun out there in the chats. We will be vibing it out as always. As you can see right here, not really half, but pretty much 80% of the field is already out there taking their out lap, as you can see right there. So we do have Salty Gerben right there taking the soft compound tires for a starter in the Red Bull. Then we got Mick in the beautiful McLaren. So he's opted out for a set of mediums. So far during this whole entire league, we've noticed that the guys who take the mediums tend to be the fast drivers out there. Is this some sort of a weird strategy compared to the regular strategy of going soft to mediums or soft to hards? It's quite interesting. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing an 18-minute quali plus a 50% race. So this should be quite an interesting one right here. Right, so now the other thing that we do have right there, we do have Mighty Gogs and the Mercedes, and you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, we are on board of Salty Gerben right here on his first flying lap, ladies and gentlemen. So let's have a look and see as we get on board with him now. He goes through the first corner, just clips that apex right, nice and nicely right there, looking real good, smooth transition, applying that power out of that left-hander there on the exit. No drama or whatsoever, just really short shifting through the gears just to make sure it maximizes the speed right there. Takes the left hander quite nicely right there. Ooh, quite a nice left and right snappy movement right there, real smooth. This young man seems like he's a smooth operator, keeping it really smooth. The car has no drama whatsoever. We do have yellow flags in the second sector right there. Hopefully it does not impact this young man right here. As you can see there, Mighty Gogs on the side of the road as Salty tries to get a bit of a slipstream out of that one right there. But here we go now. Oh, he invalidates, it looks. He has gone in a little bit too deep, it looks. Oh no. Alright, so let's get on board right here with Mick right here and the McLaren as he's cruising through the third sector. Oh, actually, no. Yes, it is the third sector right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now he's headed all the way down parallel. This track is just full of speed, I must say. It's just straight line speed most of the time, and real high speed cornering. If drivers really mess it up, they could really lose out on a lot of time. Joshua takes the fastest lap for now with, oh no, Mick comes through. Oh no, Griever comes through. That's Mick's that's Mick's teammate right there. Griever is taking the fast lap of a 121.5 there. A real good lap, I must say. What an interestingly beautiful lap coming from Griever right. Unfortunately, we're not on board with him, but the times are starting to roll in right now, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see right there, we do have the two McLarens out at the top, which is Griever and Mick. Griever taking the provisional first pole position right there. Oh, okay. What in the world has gone on right there? Okay, that is interesting. I cannot believe what I just saw there. Did we just... Okay, we had a bit of a moment right there. So Hypex taking the fastest time, getting provisional pole on the starting grid there, ladies and gentlemen. Hypex is cruising along with a 121.2. This young man was quite a bit nervous about today's race. He wasn't really sure to say, but so far it looks like he's showing us that he can really put it out there and be in the top 3 positions. And Mighty Gogs brings it up and gives us a 120, almost a flat 120 right there, ladies and gentlemen. So this race is going to be quite an interesting one. As we now starting to progress through this quali session, we will be getting a bit of real good times coming through. Yeah, obviously this is the first lap. You know, the guys have made a few mistakes there and there, but you know, we're now getting on board with DTA right here as he's pushing along, going past the first straight line, which is the pit straight, I must say. Breaks in quite early. That's quite an interesting one. Okay, this is quite interesting. I've never seen somebody take that kind of a racing line, to say, really. Just quite a huge early braking just to allow himself to go through those first 2 corners, I must say. So that is quite interesting. That is quite an interesting one right there. Alright, so here we go now. Going through the double right-hander right here, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Yeah, DTA seems to be a little bit off from this one. He's just not really sure about this. I mean, this double right-handers, it should be nailing them down to the ground with a bit of a higher speed, to say. But hey, sometimes these laps do look slow and they do rock up and go a little bit on the fast side, to say. So it is quite deceiving. It is quite deceiving coming from you know, from a spectator's point of view, but we'll have to wait and see how these times move on. As we can see right there, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 more drivers to give us a good lap on this track, as well, one of the 3 drivers is DTA now, going all the way towards the start-finish line. Is he going to be able to get himself into the top 5 positions? And it looks like he actually invalidated his lap at some point. That is quite interesting right there. So as he's now cruising out for another one again, we do see Salty Gerben actually going out for another lap as he comes out of the pits right there. Seems like he's had a really bad time out there on his first outing on this beautiful temple of speed right here. We do see that there's 2 drivers just making a bit of a stop right there, which is quite interesting. We do have a Ferrari and a Mercedes having a chat on the high-speed right-hander. Makes no sense. Is there something going on? You know, the guys are like, yeah, get out of the way, you know, kind of a thing. But we must say, you know, we'd never know what's going on. These drivers are constantly communicating. Oh wait, there we go. We got a time from DTA, and I'm sure he'll improve from what he has currently. But one driver that I want to keep an eye on is this Red Bull driver, which is Salty Gerben. I mean, he can really bring it up for us right here, ladies and gentlemen. He can really bring it up for us as he's cruising along. He's got the mediums, I'm sure. Throughout the whole entire season, he's been bringing it for us right here, getting himself into the top 3 positions. Will he be able to get himself into the top 3 positions as he's now cruising through the pit straight right now, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get on board with this young man and have a look how he takes the first 2 corners right here as he goes all the way. A bit of a late braking right there, just right after the first 100-meter board, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez, whoa, English just running away out of my mouth today, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see how this goes. So far, we do have Mighty Gogs is still in provisional pole position right there. As you can see right now, Salty has managed to get himself a purple sector on the first sector right here. So now going through the double right-hander, keeping it nice and smooth so far. We've got Crispy who's just left the session. I think he is. Oh no! I think he has invalidated that lap. 100% he has invalidated that lap, and it's not looking so great for this young man right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be quite an interesting one, as he's now going to have to cruise out again and try post another good lap. He had a real good first sector, but he messed it up in the second sector. I think it's going to work out well for this young man right here. He's not finding the rhythm to get a nice, good flying lap out of this car right now. But here we go now as he shoots it out once again. Going past the start-finish line now. Will he be able to get this right this time around? Let's see how this goes for this young man, Salty, as we still yet to get a flying lap out of him. Okay, that's quite interesting. Also takes a bit of an interesting turn here. Alright, so it looks like he's running out of fuel. He'll be driving back all the way to the pits so far. You can see right there he's not utilizing his ERS, so that would tell me that he's decided to back off from this. What? It looks like he was backing off, and he gets the fastest first sector. What in the world is going on here? This is quite interesting. This is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Looks a bit deceiving right there, I must say. As you can see, he's now cruised through into the second sector. Will he get a purple in the second sector? Will he be able to manage to get himself into the top 3 positions? Will he take that provisional pole position? He doesn't take a purple on the second sector, but he's still cruising along, and he's not using his ERS, which is quite interesting. Unless if the game is pretty much bugged out for us, and yeah, I still find this quite interesting as he's coasting through the corners. Quite an interesting driving style right there. Whoa, what's going on? I just see a purple of a 135.3. It looks like the session is bugged up a little bit there, as it is kind of like repeating the purple sector from what he has done on his previous lap. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, I'd like to welcome you to the Acoria eSport League. And yeah, it's been quite an interesting one right here. As you can see, the whole entire lobby seems to have maybe bugged out a bit. I mean, we've got a 135, which is the fastest lap right now, as the game says. But let's get on board with our current provisional pole sitter for now, which is Mighty Gogs. Oh, look at that. Hypex has managed to get that second place position away from Griever. Griever being relegated all the way down to third place position, but also King Alpha splitting the 2 McLaren drivers of Griever and Mick, getting himself a 4th place position. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting one coming from this guy, as he's splitting one of the fastest, should I say, teams we have currently, which they've been working quite well. They're not scoring the most highest of points, but they're super consistent, getting themselves into the 1-2 positions, most of the time on the finishing leaderboard. But let's see what's going to happen right here, ladies and gentlemen, as we have Griever, who's going past the start finish. Will he be able to better his time right now, as he's rocking all the way down to the first corner now? Takes the first right hand and now the left hand, and now let's see how he applies the power now. Just quick short shift right there, a bit of a wheel spin, a bit of a shake and bake moment right there, but he does keep the car a bit stable, I must say. Now going through the high speed right hander right here, keeping it nice and tight. You try shorten the distance, and here we go now. Gets that purple on the first sector now, takes the left hander, nice quick nips of those apexes right there, going in quite deep on the right hand, I must say. But here we go now, going through the double right handers right here. Might have invalidated his lap, it might seem, but let's wait and see as he cruises through towards the end of the second sector. Will he be able to get a purple on the second sector right here? Oh, does get a purple right there. So ladies and gentlemen, we might be seeing a bit of a beautiful time out here, a 118 or 119, I must say, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are holding onto your seats right here, as this young man will be showing us to solidify his dominance. He's gonna keep pushing a lot more to make sure these guys don't beat him to it right there, as he's now cruising towards the start finish. Will he still be able? Oh, we see a 119.8 right there, a few tenths faster, which is around about 2 tenths faster from his previous lap right there. So he's done a real good job right there, ladies and gentlemen. But what we do see, you have Griever, who's in the McLaren right there, also deciding to go out of the pits to try solidify himself a better position than what he has right now. Hypex is still in the pits. Chances are he might want to go out right now to try put in another lap, or he's pretty much happy with what he's got right now. Look, Hypex is only a few tenths above Griever, but Griever might be able to improve a bit here, ladies and gentlemen. He might be able to bring it in. This might be one of those hugely contested positions right here for that second place position. This is going to be quite interesting, right? See how this goes for Griever right now. DTA has joined the session. Looks like it disconnects right here. Let's see how this goes for Griever as he's now cruising through the start finish, as he cruises all the way down through the pit lane right here, ladies and gentlemen, all the way down to the first corner. Will he be able to nail this down, keep it nice and smooth? Real good downshifts right there, keeping it together. Oh, having to back off a little bit more on that left hand. That didn't clip that apex quite well, didn't align himself properly to get a real good exit. But question is, did he get a good traction coming out of that corner to get a purple on the first sector? Unfortunately not, just clips through the apexes very nicely. We do see the two Red Bull drivers deciding to not participate some more into this whole entire quali session. As I can see, they're not as fast as I thought they would be, but also there might be a bit of sandbagging strategy happening right here coming from those two Red Bull drivers. You know what, it is a team effort sport. They're all going to work as a team right there, ladies and gentlemen. We do see Toda-san also has just joined in, so now that does put us up to, oh, Griever, oh, geez, he grabbed in a little bit too much curb right there on that left-hander. And yeah, they almost took it all the way out in the exit. Oh, wow, that's quite interesting right there. Now, we're not sure if Griever is going to be able to make it. Is he going to be able to make it right here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's wait and see now. As he's cruising along the start-finish line. Nope, does not improve at all. But he is still going to push for another lap. He still has a bit of time still to push for another lap. So let's see how this goes for this young man right here. He can push for another third lap, but he's not going to have enough ERS right there, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go now. Griever just cruising along on the first sector right there, ladies and gentlemen. We do see Harpex has decided to go out for another lap. He's decided to go for a set of soft compound tires. He feels he'll be able to place himself up at the top of those softs. And just to give him a bit of that advantage to really put it in a way for this. But anyways, here we go now. Griever's keeping it nice and smooth so far. He is rolling quite well. As we can see right there, GTA's disconnected car. Oh, could have been using that car as a slipstream. Griever going down the straight, but he gets a purple in the second sector. This should allow him to get a real good time out of this lap right now, ladies and gentlemen. Will he be able to make it to the top, or will he be able to claim his second place position after Hypex has gone after that position right there? Now let's see how this happens for him now. Will he be able to take that second place position right there? It's only a few tenths difference between these two drivers, and he does take that second place position. But now we're on board with Hypex now. He's just started his fine lap right there. Now will he be able to nail it down right there, ladies and gentlemen? We do have Griever in that second place position, just provisional second place position on the starting grid right there. Hypex will definitely want to get himself into that second place position. Now let's have a look and see. Hypex is already 2/10 up on his first sector, so it's looking real great so far for Hypex as he's cruising along into the second sector. Here we go now. Will he be able to keep it together to make sure he links up all the corners, nails those apexes so he can get that second place position from Griever right there? Will he get a purple in the middle sector? Oh, gets a purple in the middle sector. This should allow him to move up a little bit more than where he is right now. That's 4/10 on the middle sector, it seems, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, we might be seeing Hypex challenging, contesting for that first place position, which is held by Mighty Gox right now. He's still on provisional pole for the starting grid. Is this gonna be one of those epic comebacks coming from Hypex right there? Oh, just misses out on just a few tenths before getting to Mighty Gox. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is now concluded the race for us today. As Well, not the race. Jeez, did I just say the race? Just the quali session, guys. The quali session. Sorry, hey? Sorry. A little bit of my head. I'm a little bit ahead of myself, but yeah. I might be predicting some subliminal languages on positioning right now. You'll never know. But this is going to be quite an interesting race right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, DTA seems to be struggling a little bit with his internet so far. We have to wait and see. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the best time to make sure you go get your water and snacks, because you do not want to lose out on this beautiful Grand Prix on this beautiful track we call Monza. Bit of a gloomy day on the quali session, but we'll wait and see how it goes for the race. Right, so that is our starting grid right there, ladies and gentlemen. We might have an extra driver, which would make it 10 drivers, as I did see Toda-san joining in right there. Gerben and Tarichi 1 and 2. Welcome there, Chris. Can I just say Chris? Can't really pronounce the full name right there for now. My brain is burning a bit there. Chris, welcome to the chat right there. I must say thank you for the awesome support. That is on the YouTube chat. And thank you for the awesome support on towards the drivers. And yes, I'm sure these guys will give us a 1-2 from the Red Bull. And it is a beautiful sunny day out there on this Monza track right here. The Italian speed tempo. Oh, jeez. Oh, you know, looking at those times, I must say, we might be seeing some interesting strategies come up here. Some people might try to get an undercut. Some people might be, you know, we do have the guys who. Hey, Mancho. Hi. Hey, bro. Hey, Mancho. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now the race is about to begin. And they're off. And we've got one driver who's just had a bit of a mess start right there from the Mercedes. Oh, that's not looking so great right there. But it looks like the two Ferrari drivers might be seeing themselves aiming to be in those. Whoa, one driver just went out straight there. This is looking a little bit daunting on the first corner so far. As you can see, one Ferrari has decided to go on that bit of a breakaway session, to say, which is King Alpha. He didn't manage to get a good position, but Tarichi does manage to move up. Salty also does manage to move up right there. Harpex is now up in front, leading the pack, and Mighty Gogs also losing out on positioning. Had a bit of a terrible start, I must say, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it seems like he might have disconnected, to put it in such a way. But Tarichi gets a penalty for that. But we are seeing these drivers just really trying to make up positions on the first lap right here. A bit of a shake and bake moment right there for the Ferrari in the background as it cruises through out of that exit of that last right-hander right there. So, guys, this is going to be quite an interesting one right here, as everything is shuffled up and we see one driver. What is going on? I wonder what is going on with this young man right here. Let's bring up the telemetry quite quickly and let's see what is going on right here with Mighty Gogs. He gave us real good places right there. Salty has now taken a position away from Hypex. Everything is just shuffling up right here. So we do have Salty and Tarichi coming up. So definitely we are gonna be seeing a 1 and 2 from the Red Bull cars right here. As you can see now, Tarichi is right behind Hypex. Hypex trying his utmost best to most probably get his position back. He is on a softer set of tires. He should be able to nail it down, but Tarichi gets the fastest lap right there, ladies and gentlemen. This has been quite an interesting one right here, as we do see that King Alpha is getting himself a little bit closer and closer to Mighty Gogs. Mighty Gogs just managing to pull away after that corner right there, and just making sure it keeps him away from the DRS range to really give him an attack right there. So this is going to be quite a race to see here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are a little bit anxious on seeing what's going to happen between these drivers right here. As you can see now, the gap between Mighty and Mick is kind of closing up for a bit, but Mick seems to be catching up onto his teammate there for a bit. Mick is in the McLaren and he's getting that beautiful slipstream down the straight before the pit straight here. Let's see how this goes. Here we go now. We do have the predictions for the pit strategies right there. The drivers will be selecting. The fastest lap comes from Salty at 122.9 right there. So we'll have to wait and see. And I can see right here, Mick is just really keeping a nice and focused right there, getting himself closer and closer to his teammate. His teammate Griever up front seems to be struggling a little bit on pace during the quali session. He was on fire, but we don't know what's really going on now. This young man is just losing a bit of pace. I wonder what is going on. Oh, D2A just struggling with a bit of internet connection for a bit right here, ladies and gentlemen. But we are seeing that Mighty Cox is getting himself a whole lot closer to Mick. Mick is now going to have to be on the defense right now. Is Mick going to stay in his racing line? Is he going to feel the pressure from behind right here? Mighty Cox is definitely starting to bring this up right now. It's bringing the heat on as he's getting closer and closer to Mick. This is now got make a bit of DRS right there now. Mighty Cox taking the position away from Mick. Oh, a bit of a move right there. Side by side, they're going towards the next corner now. Oh, Mercedes takes that inside line. And the McLaren tries to see if he can do something, but he's trying to fight right back at him right there. Mick is now trying his best to try and stay with Mighty Cox. If I was Mick, I would just stay right behind Mighty Cox, get that bit of a slipstream right there. But it looks like Mick is not really that interested in getting a slipstream. I wonder what is going on between for Mick right here. He's losing pace so fast. I mean, he was catching up to his teammates. All of a sudden, the gap between him and his teammates has just completely changed right here. Look, let's see how this goes for Mick right now. He's going to keep the pressure on Mighty Cox. Mighty Cox is trying to keep away. Oh, a bit of a disconnection right there from us to the driver right there, ladies and gentlemen. But we will see how this goes now as we're moving along. This is looking real nice for Mick right here. If he can keep it together, keeps getting that DRS all the time, this should drag him all the way closer towards his teammate Griever. But Mick makes a huge mistakes, just fails to get the car breakdown on speed, and then just goes out a little bit wide, I must say. Alright, so let's see how this goes for this young man right here. Mighty Cox just getting himself forever so slightly closer and closer to Griever. Griever now is going to have to make a plan. This young man is going to have to make a plan right here. As you can see, Mighty just really bringing up the heat there. Mick getting a 3-second penalty for multiple track limits. Well, he's been warned more than 3 times, man. He was asking for it. He was asking for it. Here we go now. We do have this battle that's coming up between Griever and Mighty Cox. Mighty Cox deciding that he's not going to go for that slipstream. He does have that DRS. He's saving up that DRS also at the same time. The DRS helping him out for a bit right there as they go towards the first corner. Let's see what's going to happen between these 2 drivers right there. He chooses that inside line, manages to keep it nice and clean. These drivers are doing a real great job, I must say, hey? A real great job. Real good stuff right here coming from these guys. Right, so we're now seeing this battle now that's coming along between Tarichi and Hypex, and Hypex has lost out on their position. Now we got a Red Bull 1 and 2. Mancha did say we're going to get a Red Bull 1 and 2, and it just happens. It has happened, ladies and gentlemen. It has happened. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Turtleson has unfortunately not been able to join in during the quali session. He's had a bit of bad luck for a bit there. Came in quite late. It's a bit unfortunate he couldn't join in, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But we are seeing that Hypex is coming back at it again. Look, Danny, this is some epic stuff, man. This is some real epic stuff right here, Danny. You know, these guys are just going wheel to wheel all the time together. But you know, it's quite interesting. Like the Red Bull cars, they started at the back, they pushed all the way to the front. They're most probably doing that thing again where they wanted to start from the back to the front. You know, start from the back just to try and see if they can finish in P1 and 2. So it's looking real great so far for the Red Bull team right here. But we do see King Alpha getting himself closer and closer to make some mistakes there. Goes out wide and King Alpha takes that position. But now will Mick be able to come back at it right now? Pardon me. Mick has got that slipstream, but King Alpha is just pulling away. I wonder what is going on with Mick right here. He had great pace until Mighty Gogs went past him. What in the world is going on? Salty takes another fast lap right there, 122.326. This is going to be quite an interesting one right there. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is incredible. This is definitely incredible right here. But we also have a battle coming up once again now. This is a battle between Tarachi and Hypex. Hypex is trying his most best to try and beat Tarachi. Look, Hypex has kept it clean so far. We are seeing, let me just have a quick look here on the penalties. Oh my god, okay. Well, that does not look so great for the Red Bull team right there with the penalties, but nevertheless it is what it is right here. But let's have a look and see how this is going to go between Hypex and Tarachi. Tarachi is now bringing it up right there as he's losing a little bit of that rear end on that car. A bit of a shake and bake moment right there, slipping and sliding all the way with a few bananas underneath the wheel. But now we're seeing Hypex getting himself closer and closer. He's using his DRS. He's not using a lot of his DRS, making sure maintains his distance. You want to preserve those soft compound tires, pull them out for a bit of a longer stint so it can really nail it down to the T when you get back onto the track with the medium compound tires. If you can take these softs all the way to the 10th lap, it would have been a great job keeping it nice and close with these guys right here. Oh no, Hypex goes out wide and Tarachi also goes out wide for a bit there. Oh, this is going to look a little bit interesting right here, ladies and gentlemen, as they're rocking it out all the way down the pit straight. Hypex is having a decent time out here, ladies and gentlemen. He's just cruising along with the soft compound tires, keeping everything so real. Question is, are these guys of the mediums going to be able to make it work? We do have the yellow in the third sector. It looks like Mick might have lost it for a bit there as, oh no, it's Griever had a bit of an issue right there. Oh, Griever's just not having so much luck this today again. But hopefully he'll be able to nail it down to the T once again as he comes back at it right here. But we're seeing right now, Hypex is not managing quite well with the soft compound tires. He just needs to push for a few more laps on the softs and he'll be good to go. This time around, he doesn't get that DRS right there. So he's going to be cruising with a bit of a slipstream, which should help him out a bit. But it looks like Tarachi on that second sector is not getting a real good exit on those double right-handers, I must say. So every time Hypex gets himself a little bit closer by a few tenths. But let's see how this goes. Hypex has now gotten himself a bit closer than what he was right there. So it looks like Tarachi's exits are not good also on the third sector. But on the first sector, it looks like he does pull a real good one between him and Hypex. And here we go once again. Hypex gets a DRS. Tarachi is still cruising along. He still has a lot of ERS. Hypex really needs to calm it down right there with that ERS. Needs to just preserve it, man. You just gotta really preserve it, you know. On this last coming lap, it just needs to push hard on that ERS just to make sure that when he goes into the pits, he'll have a fully generated ERS by the time he comes out of those medium compound tires. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, but let's see how this goes. Ooh, gets a purple for the first sector. It looks like the young man is bringing the fire on. It is his last lap, most probably on the softs. Oh, another. Oh, okay. Joshua just bending it there on the right. We got a safety car. This will help out Hypex definitely. It's not gonna help out the drivers who are on the medium compound tires, I must say. But it will help out Griever because he's got a set of hearts, so he could go all the way back and go for a medium. He can go back into the pits for a medium. I think that would be the ideal thing, ideal strategy, you know. But you see now, this is what I like. The safety car is the great equalizer. We have lost a driver, which is Joshua, unfortunately. Ferrari driver just really spun out on the first double right-hander. And it's not looking so great for the young man right there. But let's see how this goes right now. Question is Salty going to go for a set of hards? Or they're going to go for a set of mediums? Oh, they're going for softs. It's gone for softs. Okay, that's quite interesting. Hypex might benefit from this one. As we can see, Tarachi had to wait a little bit there. Come on. Oh, Hypex does benefit from that one right there. As the Red Bull team tried to double stack, and that didn't work out well for them. But we should see a lot of drivers going into the pits. Mighty Gox goes for a set of hard compound tires. Are the hards the fast set of tires for this race? I mean, the mediums have proven to be really good. You know, there's some tracks where the degradation is a little bit higher on the tires. You know, it's one of those things where you have to really play around with it, you know, just to bring it all together, I must say, ladies and gentlemen. But it is what it is, you know. These guys know a little bit more in the background. And I do know that this track does destroy tires. So going for a set of hard compound tires is a good idea. I think it is a good idea. But to be honest, if I were Griever, I would go for a set of mediums, you know. I would have pitted for a set of mediums. But we do, oh, geez, okay, wait, whoa. Let's count some smarties here, right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you're seeing, a few drivers have accumulated a few smarties, which are our penalties. Our race leader, which is Salty, he's got the benefit of 3 Smarties points right there. He's a bad boy. Hypex keeping it nice and clean. Still has the beautiful clean slate as he is right there. But we do have Tarachi who's leading us with the Smarties points. He's got 9 seconds on his name right there. Mighty Gogs also clean, keeping it nice and clean. And then we do have King Alpha for 3-second penalty. Mick 3-second penalty, Griever 3-second penalty, and DTA with a clean slate for himself also. So this race is going to be quite interesting as we're going to restart on the next lap as soon as that safety car goes into the pits. Will Salty be able to hold us back or really struggle? Was it a bad call for these guys to go for a set of softs? They still have to come back and pit. So they're going to go soft, maybe. True, it could happen that way. Could be soft and soft. You'll never know. But hey, it's going to be quite interesting now. This is the great equalizer out here. And let's just give a quick recap on what we have right here. So Salty and Tarichi came all the way from the back of the Red Bull cars. And they now managed to get themselves some pole positions right here. And podium positions, not pole positions. You know, Hypex is splitting it up. You know, Hypex initially had a really good start. He led the race on the first lap and then lost out to Salty and Tarachi on the second lap. And then he's now managed, because of the safety car, he's now managed to get himself into that second place position. This young man will definitely be on the attack. And I'm sure this is going to be an interestingly exciting restart to this whole entire event here today. Are we going to see people trash themselves? As you can see right there, the guys are bobbing and weaving, trying to get the temperature into those tires, avoiding them from being cold. And so far, it will work out well for some of these drivers here, ladies and gentlemen. But please do let me know in the chats right there, who are you supporting as always, and who do you think is going to win today's race? We do have quite a competitive race here with the 3 drivers up at the top. I don't know if Mighty Cogs, who started in pole position on the starting grid after the quali, is he going to bring up the heat with those hard compound tires? Has he figured out some sort of a strategy to go all the way to the end? It will be quite close. It will be... Oh, my word. Okay. Huh? What? What in the world did I just see? What in the world did I just see, ladies and gentlemen? Apexes went into the pits. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an interesting one right there. We just saw a McLaren go straight in, straight on into the other drivers. Oh, he has disconnected. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. That's definitely not good at all. But anyways, we've just restarted the safety car, and now we still have a salty Gerben just really having a bit of fun up there in pole position for himself, race leader to say. But he does have a few more laps to go. Anything can still happen yet. He's still to pit, still yet to pit. We do have Apex is gone out for a set of soft compound tires. I wonder what's going on the decision of going with softs. And yeah, this makes no sense, ladies and gentlemen. Why did these drivers decide to change tires? I mean, we did see Wolf's car cruise through the drivers and give them a bit of damage. So that is quite an interesting one right here. That kind of really didn't make any sense. But anyways, there we go now. Salty Gerben giving us a 121.4, I must say. Look, this young man is just cruising along. He's enjoying this. He's just having a lot of fun, you know. I just wonder what has happened. Mick disconnected. Car went full throttle. Cruised into the other drivers. Gave other drivers a bit of penalties. That's going to be quite a harsh penalty that Mick is going to endure, unfortunately. It's rough. Virtual safety car already. Somebody has pinned it. Okay, right. So we are having a bit of a few issues right here. As you can see, the DTA. Okay, DTA just caused a virtual safety car. Which most surely it was him, but at the same time, we did see him go the opposite direction on the track, right? We did see him. It's quite weird. It is quite weird, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really sure what's going on with these guys. It looks like they've been smoking a few bananas. It is a few bananas, I must say. A few of them. Quite scary. Literally quite scary. This makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. But anyways, today we do have it right here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Terechi and Salty Gerben, the Red Bull team, leading this race right now. But Mighty Gods is getting himself closer and closer to these guys right now. Terechi is getting himself closer to his teammate. And also we do have King Alpha, who's getting closer to Griever. We'll have to wait and see how this is going to turn out between the two drivers right here. Are these drivers going to do a bit of a switcheroo right here in the Red Bull team? We'll never know. Let's wait and see. Are they going to do a switcheroo? Salty is a faster driver. Tarichi just needs to chill out a bit, you know. Just get that nice slipstream all the time, you know. Just cruising along behind his teammates, you know. Just getting that free speed down the straight, you know. But you can see right there, the two drivers are not using the ERS at all. But Mighty Gogs hopefully will be getting a bit of traction to try catch up to Tarachi and Mighty, and Salty to say. But it's quite interesting how Mighty Gogs is catching up to them with the set of hard compound tires. So we do know that this track does destroy tires, which the set of hard compound tires will allow him to carry on pushing on with a bit of a more harsh, kind of brutal pace. But let's wait and see how this is gonna go for these guys right here, as this young man is cruising along. It looks like on the pit straight, it did not get much out of it right there, but we do see Tarichi now getting that lacquer DRS for himself on his teammate right there. We will see a bit of a switcheroo between the two drivers. I have a feeling we are waiting to see a bit of a switcheroo between the two drivers right here, and this is going to be quite interesting. Harpex has lost out on that one right there purely because, you know, we had a bit of an issue right there. But the second sector, we have a bit of yellow flags happening. Hopefully None of the guys are having a bit of an issue, but Tarashi has gotten, oh, Mighty Gox, they're getting a 3-second penalty, but Tarashi has gotten a purple on the first sector, which will allow him to take the fastest lap if he does manage to take on his teammate Salty right here. But let's see, let's wait and see right here. He's still not using his ERS, still using that DRS all the time to allow him to get himself a little bit closer to his teammates right here. Salty just cruising along now. Salty has used half of his DRS for a bit there, so this is just helping out Tarashi to just tag along, just giving him that nice toe without having to use that ERS for him right there. So this will be that opportunity for Tarashi. Tarashi goes out a little bit wide there, right there, the rear end of the car, just giving a bit of a spin there for a bit. This is quite interesting. Oh, here we go now. We're getting an attack now, going all the way down towards the first corner right here. Will Tarashi take the position away from Salty? Oh, Tarashi goes around the inside right there as it goes side by side into the first two corners right there. They just switcherooing back at it again. Oh, it looks like Tarashi's attack didn't allow him to get a real good one out of that one right there. But he's still on the attempt once again. A bit of a toe going into that high-speed right-hander, breaking down altogether. It's not worth going for a dive on this coming section right here. Pardon me, coming onto that section right there. By going out wide there, it has cost him a few tenths, and this has now allowed Salty to move on a bit right there. But we do see that Mighty Gogs has disconnected. Tarashi is using a little bit of his ERS trying to pull away from his teammate right here, but now his teammate is going to be coming back at him once again. He does get that DRS, which will help him out a bit there, but let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to be seeing Tarashi catching up to his teammate right there? He does use a little bit of his ERS for a bit right there. We do have a few back markers coming up right there. Hypex moving out of the way for the two drivers right here. We are seeing D2A now just cruising along right there. D2A is disconnected right there for a bit. Oh, that's quite an interesting trick right there. Never seen that. Over revving the gears, trying to allow him to just get that good exit out of that final corner. A whole lot of locking up happening between the two drivers, but it looks like Taraji has gotten the best out of that lockout right there. Managed to keep it together and not really ruin things for himself. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is looking real good for Taraji. Taraji's getting himself closer and closer to his teammate right here. As he gets purple on the first sector, will his teammates be able to defend against him this time around again? Taraji's trying to keep it together. Taraji's now coming forward. Salty now needs to keep it together now. There we go now. Salty's got half of his ERS still available to him. So going down the straight, Taraji will be on that ERS and TRS at the same time, pushing as hard as he can. This does allow him to go side by side, to go down the straight right there. Oh, Tarashi manages to complete that move. Oh, this is looking real great right now. But now this is Salty's turn right now to make a move back at Tarashi. Will Tarashi be able to defend against his teammate right there? Between the two guys, it looks like Tarashi is trying to break that slipstream between him and Salty. Salty is now really close to Tarashi. Salty does not have enough ERS, but the straight line speed with the DRS will help him out a bit right here. As he gets that DRS right on now, he's going to be right there side by side of Taraji. They're coming through towards the first corner, and now Taraji deciding to take the inside line. Will Salty be able to take it on? Oh, a bit of a lock up together. They're going through the first two corners together. Oh, there we go. Rear end snapping out a bit there for Taraji, and they're still side by side, ladies and gentlemen, going through the high speed right hander. It looks like Taraji has gotten a better exit out of that one right there. Salty now is going to have to fight back for this one. He's not going to go for the dive. It's not worth going for the dive right there. This is a bit of an intense one right there, ladies and gentlemen. We see Tarashi now trying to break that slipstream between him and Salty, but by doing that, that just allowed him to just have a terrible entry into that one right there. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We do see Tarachi has gotten a better exit, but now the DRS is going to help Salty to keep up with Tarachi. It's not going to allow him to have a better exit out of that corner though on the straights. But let's see how this goes for this young man right here. We'll show the penalties just now, young man, but you are seeing a bit of a battle going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. These two guys are going right at it, I must say. Oh no, Tarachi is gonna have to, he needs to use this. The young man needs to use this. He's leading the race, he's leading with the penalties. It's not worth the push anymore. he just needs to hope that Salty gets more penalties right there. And you go right there, side by side as they go all the way towards the first corner right now as they're fighting it out once again. Oh, Tarachi goes in quite deep there. Oh, a bit of a tap away there. And Tarachi just goes out of the way to make sure that he doesn't get a bit of a collision with his teammate right there, man. Oh, this is looking real good right there, ladies and gentlemen, but it is not looking great right there for Tarachi as he's trying to fight back at it again. Oh, this is just something. This is just something else. The only thing that can really reset this whole entire game right now is a safety car. Will we get a safety car? Well, it's something we're not going to know if we're going to get right here, ladies and gentlemen. But it is not looking so great for Hypex. He was right up there. He had a really good pit stop. And unfortunately, things just happened, things just happened. But here we go right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we see Tarachi now trying to take another attempt again at his teammate. These two drivers have been at it for the longest of times right now. This is pretty much run about the 5th lap, to say, as they at it, just switching and changing. Switching on the positions right there. We can see now Tarachi going into the pits. Oh, pardon me, that's Salty going into the pits. I'm sure they know that it's no use trying to go for a double pit stop for the Ripple team. So this is going to be quite interesting right here. So now we do have Mighty Cox right up in front there. Now, question... Ooh, a 10-second penalty. Okay, whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's have a quick recap on these penalties right here. So as we're looking at it right now, we are seeing Mighty Cox has got a 3-second penalty. He's now up in front of Salty. There's 7 laps to go. Will Salty be able to catch up to Mighty Cox? It's going to be a really rough one right here. Mighty Cogs can still keep it together with those hard compound tires. They're still on fire. They should still have enough rubber to go all the way to the end of the race. This is going to be quite interesting now. Now, question is, let's see how this goes for Tarachi right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Tarachi's got a 17-second penalty, so he's definitely out of the contention of getting that pole position as much as he is up there with the other drivers. But we are seeing that Griever might be able to close up the gap and get that position away from Tarachi. That is quite interesting right there. So Griever might be getting that 3rd place position for today, as he pretty much well-deserved 3rd place for him this time around. And we can see right there, oh, Tarachi has lost out a bit, so it looks like now it's back to 12 seconds for Tarachi now. Salty goes past Tarachi while Tarachi is in the pits right there. Now, question is, will Griever... Oh, Griever's right at the end of the pits right there. Now, Tarachi has came out of the pits right now. Now, let's have a quick look now. So we do have... okay, we did see a car going the opposite direction, right? DTA's car is having a bit of an issue right there. It's quite an entertaining issue, but nevertheless, it is what it is. But anyway, so we are seeing that now the battle between that 1st place position is going to be quite intense right now. Yes, we do have a Mighty who's right in the pole. He's still leading us right now for the next coming few laps. But the question is, will we get Salty come right at him? He is on a softer set of tires, but Griever needs to keep it together now, because he needs to make sure that he's keeping that 12-second gap between him and Tarachi nice and closed off, because if Tarachi goes beyond the 12-second gap, Griever's losing out on that 3rd place position right there. But let's wait and see now. We are seeing the time just drop slowly but surely between Salty and Mighty. In the next 5 laps, we'll be seeing a bit of a race between these two guys right here, as they'll be taking each other on. But let's have a look and see at those penalties. They've got the same amount of penalties so far, so it's not so bad. But Tarachi's still leading with a 12-second penalty so far. So this is not looking so great for Mighty Cogs right there. If Tarachi's gonna be, Salty, keep saying Tarachi right there, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. If Salty's gonna keep going at it, hopefully we'll see a bit of a huge change coming through from him right there. Is he gonna catch up to Mighty Cogs? He's got those soft compound tires. They can light up super quickly. It just needs to nail down all those times right there. And you can see right now he's second through 4 tenths now. Oh, more than 4 tenths. It looks like Griever is having a bit of an issue. Well, Mighty Cox is having a bit of an issue right there with those soft compound tires as he's trying to bring them up to speed. 5 laps to go right now, ladies and gentlemen. This race has been a little bit on the intense side of life right now. Real good entertainment so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying it and you haven't missed out on any sort of action so far. But now let's have a look and see now. We are seeing a 6-second gap between Salty and Mighty. It's getting closer and closer now. Ooh, we got a yellow flag on the third sector, and it's all good right now. It's all good. It is definitely all good right there. But now Salty is catching up slowly but surely to Mighty Cox. Mighty Cox, ooh, Salty getting a third. That last sector, nice and purple to say. But Salty is doing a real good job so far, trying to catch up to Mighty. But it looks like Mighty has gotten a bit of a slipstream there, managed to pull off a few tenths on that pit straight. But now let's see how this is going to go for Salty. Salty's now pushing as hard as he can now. It's pretty much a 6-second gap between the two drivers right now. A few more laps to go. Will Salty be able to pull this? Oh, how's it going right there, young man? I hope you're having a beautiful time out there, young man. And here we go now. Will Salty be able to pull this off right here, ladies and gentlemen? As he's rocking it out. He's doing a real great job so far at keeping it all together. Here we go now. Taking that right hand and looking real great so far. This is looking great. Half a second, guys. Half a second taken down. Salty will be right behind Mighty Gog's tail in a few laps time. Just really pushing the car on, just getting it going slowly but surely. We do have a back mark up in front. This should allow Salty to get that position, well, to get a bit of a slipstream to say, sorry, to get himself a little bit closer to Mighty. Mighty is pushing as hard as he can. I'm sure where he is right now. Tarachi, oh no, Griever losing out on pace right there. Tarachi will be solidifying himself for that 12th place position as he's gone out of that 12-second gap between him and Griever right there. So he's, 12th position, sorry, 3rd place position right there. Yes, see, today all the English words are running out of me right now. They're just scattered. They're uncontrollable, I must say. This is purely entertaining times out here, ladies and gentlemen. But we do see Salty getting himself closer and closer. 4.6 gap. Well, 4.6 second gap right now between him and Mighty Gogs. Mighty Gogs is going to have to pull something right now. He's going to have to pull a real good stunt right there. Okay. Looks like we might have had a McLaren have a bit of an issue on the third sector on the last corner. As you can see right there, yellow flags in the third sector. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, virtual safety car. Did we just have... Oh no, DTA just binned it. DTA just helped his teammate to just keep away from getting that position taken away from him. Hopefully nobody gets a drive-through penalty between the top 3 drivers, because it'll be quite heartbreaking right there. Alright, so the virtual safety car is still on. Everybody else trying to keep it together, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go now, back at it again. 3-second gap between Salty and Mighty Gogs. Mighty Gogs has got 2 more laps to go to bring it on. He's trying, man. Danny, Mighty Gogs is trying, man. Let's see if he's struggling with this car so far. Let's see how he's doing so far right here. It looks like he's a lot of lockups. He's really pushing those hard compound tires as hard as he can right there. That 3-second gap right now, ladies and gentlemen. But we're seeing Salty just slowly but surely gaining. Mighty Gogs has got 2 more laps to make this happen right here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more laps and he's gonna win this. This is gonna be one hectic race for this young man right here. Is he gonna be able to stay up in front? Both drivers. Oh, we do see that Salty's got his sights on Mighty Gogs. Both drivers have a 3. Oh no, Salty just got a 3-second penalty. So Salty, 6 second. Well, he's got pretty much a 3-second penalty up against Mighty Gogs. So Salty's gonna have to beat Mighty Gogs by a 3-second gap. after going past him. So this push is going to be real hard for Salty. But anything could still happen. Anything could still happen. Mighty Gogs is trying to keep it together right here, ladies and gentlemen. He is trying to keep it together. He's trying to push along as time goes. Going along, keeping it together. This is insane, guys. This is getting a little bit tense. 2 second gap between the two drivers right there. Those soft tires are gonna definitely bring it up. Mighty Gogs is trying his best. There's a 3 second penalty difference between these two guys right now. If Mighty Gogs ruins it by getting a 3 second penalty, Salty has got him. Salty will have him, ladies and gentlemen. Salty will be spraying some real good rubber on him. But let's wait and see how this is going. Oh, we got yellow in the first sector right there in the first corner. I wonder what has happened right there. Looks like one of the Ferraris, or not sure what's going on. Yeah, it's a Ferrari. It's King Alpha. It is King Alpha. Had a bit of an issue right there in the first corner. But let's wait and see now right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the last lap. It's the last lap. The push to the last lap right now is Salty. Tarichi gets another 3 second penalty. This young man is collecting the penalties right there. Is Salty going to be able to make a move on Mighty Gogs? Mighty Gogs just having a bit of a moment right there. Tarichi getting the fastest lap out of this whole entire race right now, ladies and gentlemen. But we are seeing Salty getting himself a whole lot closer and closer to Mighty Gogs. Mighty Gogs is still on there. We got a 3 second penalty difference between these two guys right here. Oh boy, this is getting a little bit intense for this young man. Salty's trying to bring it up. He's really trying to bring it up right now. Mighty Gogs trying his best to keep away from Salty. If Mighty Gogs makes a mistake on any of these corners and gets a 3 second penalty, he will definitely be in deep waters right here. As you can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Gogs has pushed his DRS as much as he can. Salty has also done the same thing. Down the straight right now, coming through the high speed left right handers right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see right there, the gap has gotten a whole lot closer. A bit of a slipstream going down the straight right here. It is a solid one for Mighty Gogs. He led the quali session, lost start on the start, and he managed to come back at it, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. What a race. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. This has been quite interesting, eh? This has been quite interesting, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. What a race in a half, you know. What a race in a half. We do have Griever coming up also in his McLaren, getting the 4th place position. Salty taking 2nd place position. Tarichi taking 3rd place position. Tarichi's been collecting those Smarties. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, wow. Quite an interesting one right there. Quite an interesting one right there. Unserved penalty. Okay. Well done there. Well done there to the drivers. Whew, that was rough, eh? That was quite rough, ladies and gentlemen. Just wonder. You know, sometimes it's just that, like, Danny, I'm happy you enjoyed that, man. I'm real happy you enjoyed that. Like, the kind of racing that he gets here, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. It's not like it's Salty getting the driver of the day there. Real good for him. It's not like, the regular Formula One, we know who's going to win kind of a thing, As soon as we get into the racing, things change, Yeah, sure, the quali session does show us, what can truly happen during a race. Tarishi's gotten the fastest lap. Salty taking driver of the day. But these two guys came from the back all the way to the top of those Red Bulls, and they really brought it up. But, it's quite interesting. Quali lap sometimes does mean quite a lot, to be honest. Those quali times showing them real good stuff. That's the good stuff that we're looking for, But, what an interesting race. I mean, I don't know what has happened to Hypex, unfortunately. Things happen. But yeah, guys, let me know in the chats right there. Let me know, like, any questions for the drivers, you know. Um, during the drivers during the drivers interview. Yo, it's quite an interesting one. Quite an interesting race, I must say. Real stuff, real good stuff here. Real good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Real good stuff. Well, to be honest with you, I'm sure they're sweating. Um, so we are gonna do a quick driver's interview, and I'm sure they all like sweating real bad. I mean, the ones really like sweating cheese balls and all that, you know, just a little bit, you know, just a little bit of but yo, what an interesting one there. Hey, how's it going there, young man? PvP. Wow. Okay, so this is gonna be quite an interesting one right here. So do not see Salty, and well, we'll just have to wait and see to see Salty. But let's get our race winner right here. Bring him up. Into the interview. Hello, Mr. Mighty Gogs, the man himself, coming from a bit of an interesting start to an amazing finish. How are
Hello,
you
Reginald.
doing?
I'm doing quite nice. It's been quite nice of a week.
Oh, that's real good stuff. That's real good stuff to hear, man. Like, I don't understand what happened at the start. Like, I just saw you there, just you know, just chilling out.
I went to I went to apologize to Wolf because he said not to skip the setup timer, but I did. So I went to apologize to him. I forgot
Oh,
the race was actually gonna start, so it did that.
oh man, that's okay, man. That's okay, but we'll get to that one. No, don't stress about it, man. Don't stress about it. We'll get to that one. But that race for you, man. Did you think Salty was gonna catch up to you on that last few laps, man? This man was coming with a bit of heat there, eh?
I was convinced because when I did the hard, the Red Bulls were pulling away so much every single lap, so I got really worried. Thankfully, the penalty sort of saved me in the end because one more lap and I would have lost.
Yeah, man, it would have been a rough one right there. But yeah, congratulations on that race win, man. I know that you haven't been on F1 for a bit, but yeah, you've shown some true skills. You know, you can always ride a bicycle, even though you haven't ridden it for a long time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. But yeah, well done on your win, man. And thanks for racing with us today, man. And I'll see you most probably next time around, hopefully.
Yeah, sure.
All right, man. Take care.
Sorry.
It's all okay, man. Just, just,
So,
just, just keep it
cough.
low. Just keep it low. Just like a lady's cough, like you know.
All right.
All right,
See you
man.
later.
I'll send you back just now.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, Hypex. Yes, it was a bit of a chaotic one right there, I must say. But yeah, it's not what we wanted to see. It's not what we wanted to see, ladies and gentlemen. But that will conclude today's race for now, ladies and gentlemen. As we close down the stream for now, things might get a little bit quite interesting to say. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed that as always, and thank you. Thank you very much for your endless support to the league and the channels. You guys are amazing as always. Amazeballs. Amazeballs. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be it from me, your commentary guy, Rego. And I'll see you guys on the next race. Same time, same place next week. Another hectic race. So, yeah, guys, cheers and take care.